perforation to perfection? No. Rather, it is 4P I'm going to deal: pulsation, perforation, perspiration, finally perfection. This is my working place, Jagjeevan Ramanelli Hospital, Mumbai. The story goes like this: 70-year male, diabetic hypertension, smoker, last 40 years. Presented to me dyspnea angina class 2 over 6 months, more for last 1 month. Vital stable, ECG STD depression inferior leads, inferior hyperkinesia echo 40%, creatinine normal. Going ahead, angio, left main seems to know mild calcification, and you can see the big OM1, OM2 that proximally calcified, and mid LED long lesion. And however, you can see in the other side, the not good story from RCA, the stamp track appearance. I think anybody and everybody can tell this is severely calcified. Do you need imaging here? But sometimes you may need. So this is severely calcified RCA. So what's plan with a, should I need imaging? Yes. Do I know it is severely calcified? Proper placing of the stent, sizing, I need imaging. And what the modality I do have? NC, cutting balloon, Rota, overall, OPN, IVR laser. Yes, I do need TPI support, and sometimes I need guideline also. Going ahead, there is guideline, and there is algorithm. If your where is not crossable, if your balloon is not dilated, not crossing, not dilatable, then you need to have something related to your rota or laser. Then subsequently you need to have pre-dilatation, and as per the calcium load, you have to find out what to do then. Going ahead, here my IVS is not going. I'm not able to take my IVS catheter in. It is coming, just coming out. And so now I went to do Rota, 1.5 bar with 170,000 speed, but the pressure dropped down. And there's bradycardia, patient becomes symptomatic. Going ahead, luckily I got some good result in the form of I was able to take the smallest balloon in, 2.75, further going to 3, subsequently I pre-dilated. Then I was able to take my IVS catheter proximal RCA. You can see the chunk of calcium, more at the ostium of the RCA. From it just 71%, 72% is diffusely calcified, and you can 360-degree calcium, and the calcium thickness is more than 5 mm. Further going ahead, I was able to the pre-dilate 3.5 to 15, and still then it is going ahead, but I was not, yes, IVS further I was able to take IVS in a little bit more proximal to the distal RCA. You can see the chunk of calcium, some fibrous plaque, and coming the moment I'm coming towards ostium, you can see further calcium, 360-degree calcium, and some sort of there is break in the calcium, and the more ostium of the calcium was severely calcified. And so, however, in spite of all, I was not able to take the IVL in. So I need to have guideliner in the form of Gargilla. I took the Gargilla in, and with help of Gargilla, I was able to take my IVL 412, 60 pulses I give in. And morely, when I'm dealing a severe calcific lesion, as I know, the IVL can perforate when there is spore of calcium. So I usually took the spore of the calcium at the last part of my calcium when I'm dealing the IVL. So I 60 pulses I gave. So from distal to proximal, 1:1, but I got something wrong. This is second P, pulsation, then perforation. Chest pain, brady, hypo, patient and mice, I perspire, echo, effusion, IV fluid loss, NORAD, and pericarditis set is ready. Luckily, I had graph master with me, but that was not adequate size, 3.516. I went ahead, high pressure dilatation, then subsequently I was able to stop the perforation. And I then now go ahead with the stenting, RCA mid to ostium, 448, drug-eluting stent, and the dilatation with 4 stenting is done, and some ostial flaring was done. And at the same time, that balloon post-dilatation 412, and at the end of the day, I saw my PDA ostium is not good, which was good to start with. There are some plaque, I don't know why that plaque shift as that thrombus has migrated or not. PDA was critically, I pre-dilated 2.58, and I stented with 334. Though it looks bigger, but to me, it is not bigger, 334. And suboptimally, I deployed there, 6 to 8. Then I pulled back the stent balloon. I optimally dilated, and rather I went high pressure in the overlap area. And pot I did 310, that is before the PD and PLV. Again, one more peak make me confused, rather ostium of the PLV. Now it is further, you can see the critical yield now, which was earlier it was okay. And just I repeat, I am doing everything under the guideliner. So I cannot take one more wire in. So it's a single wire I'm doing, so that's why I didn't put one more wire in the PLV. So again, now I'm trying to go to the PLV, and luckily I went through, and again, I did just free dilatation 2.5 NC, what I did have at that point of time. Finally, I ended with good result, no that is perforation to or anything dissection. So pre, it is a bad looking, and at least at the post of that. Did the eyeball perfect? Is there any data? Yes, I do have, because I'm presenting at IPCI. So I should have the data with me. This is just of CAD3. You can see in the third CAD3 trial, they come, there is lower X, 0.3% we can have perforation. Even if you can see that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, there are no perforation, but 3 to the 0.3% they can perforate. And also, so far as lithotripsy, orbital arthrotomy, arthrotomy rotation, everything concerned, they found perforation is, though it is minimal in the IVL, but still we do have. So my take-home message will be, calcium is the biggest enemy so far as intervention cardiology is concerned, and perforation is the biggest weapon what it does have so far as calcium is concerned. Proper planning with the best available counter opens like Rota, opium cutting balloon, IVR laser, or guide extension is prerequisite, and imaging plays a bigger role so far as device selection and optimization results concerned. Yes, when you are going to give pulsation, be ready for perforation and perspiration finally to get perfection. Yes, when you reach at goal, complication becomes our best teacher. Perfection is a reward, not a destination. Every time I leave, I get an education. But I am a blind believer of God. I believe when God shuts the door, it opens the window. Thank you. Namaste.